Hello friends, welcome to iExamB's Law Channel Legal Beat. In this video, we are going to discuss part 8 of 300 important law question series, and we will discuss questions on Constitution of India. As this video is a bit delayed, so this week we will be having two videos, part 8 and part 9. Part 9 will be coming at its scheduled time on 18th of November. So starting with the first question, the preamble to our Constitution proclaims that we the people of India have established. The correct answer is sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic. This is mentioned in preamble that we the people of India having solemnly resolved to constitute India into a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic and to secure to all its citizens justice, liberty, equality, fraternity. Question 2. Residuary powers are vested in the correct answer is Parliament. This is given under Article 248 of the Constitution, residuary powers of legislation. Moving to question 3. Under the Constitution, Doctrine of Eclipse applies. The correct answer is to all laws, pre-constitutional or post-constitutional. The Doctrine of Eclipse is based on the principle that the law which contravenes fundamental rights is not void ab initio. It remains in a morbid condition and is unforeseeable. It is not totally wiped out from the statute book. In Sagir Ahmed versus State of Uttar Pradesh, the Supreme Court held that the doctrine of eclipse is only applicable to pre-constitutional laws and not to post-constitutional laws. However, subsequently in State of Gujarat versus Ambika Mills, the court modified its views and held that post-constitutional laws which are inconsistent with the fundamental rights are not void ab initio for all purposes and can be applied with respect to non-citizens. And later, in Dulare Lodh versus 3rd Additional District Judge, the doctrine of eclipse was applied to post-constitutional laws against citizens. Moving to question 4. The concept of directive principle of state policy is borrowed from. The correct answer is Ireland. There are a lot of principles in the Constitution which are borrowed from different countries. A lot of things came from Government of India Act, from British Constitution, US Constitution, Irish Constitution, DPSP was taken from Irish Constitution, Canadian, Australian and few others. Question 5. Article 14 guarantees equality before law and equal protection of law to. The correct answer is all persons living within the territory of India. This is given under Article 14. Question number 6. Reasonable restrictions on freedom to assemble can be imposed. The correct answer is in interest of sovereignty and integrity of India or public order. This is given under Article 19, protection of certain rights regarding freedom of speech, and here all citizens shall have 6 kinds of rights: to freedom of speech and expression, to assemble peacefully and without arms, to form associations or unions or cooperative societies, to move freely throughout the territory of India, to reside and settle in any part of the territory of India, and to practice any profession or to carry any occupation, trade or business. However, reasonable restrictions can be imposed in the interest of sovereignty and integrity of India, security of state, friendly relations with the foreign states, public order, decency or morality, or in relation to contempt of court, defamation or incitement to an offence. This is with respect to subclause A, that is freedom of speech and expression. Then with respect to subclause B, that is to assemble peacefully and without arms, which was our question. The reasonable restrictions can be in the interest of sovereignty and integrity of India or public order. Question 7. Schedule 1 of the Constitution deals with. The correct answer is names and territories of both the states and the Union Territory. This is a list of all the 12 schedules that are present in the Constitution. First talks about list of states and Union Territories and their territorial jurisdiction. Question number 8. If the directive principles of state policy is infringed, the correct answer is there is no remedy by judicial proceedings. This nature of DPSP is explained by Article 37 of the Constitution. Article 37 states that the provisions given under Part 4 of the Constitution cannot be enforced in the court of law, but it is the duty of the government of the nation to consider these principles in the governance of the country because these principles are fundamental in ensuring good governance of the country. Question number 9. Fundamental duties are enshrined in. The correct answer is Part 4A, Article 51A. Fundamental duties were added by 42nd Constitutional Amendment Act in 1976. Originally, there were 10 fundamental duties. Later, by 86th Amendment Act, 11th fundamental duty was added with respect to right to education of children between the age of 6 and 14 years. Question number 10. As per Article 50 of the Constitution, the state shall take steps to separate. The correct answer is judiciary from executive in the public services of the state. This is given under Article 50. Moving to question 11. What cannot be done directly cannot be done indirectly. This doctrine relates to, the correct answer is colorable legislation. Colorable legislation doctrine is founded on the Latin maxim quando aliquid prohibitur ex directo prohibitur et per obliquum, which states that whatever is unable to be done directly cannot be done indirectly. The doctrine is the idea that when a legislature wants to do something that it cannot do within the constraints of constitution, it colors the law with a substitute purpose, allowing it to accomplish its original goal. The scope of this doctrine was well explained by the Supreme Court in the matter of K.C. Gajapati Narayan Dio versus State of Orissa. Question number 12. Part 9b of the Constitution was inserted by Dash Constitutional Amendment Act. The correct answer is 97th. The 73rd Constitutional Amendment is with respect to statutory provisions for Panchayati Raj. 74th is with respect to statutory provisions for local administrative bodies with respect to municipalities. 97th is with respect to promotion of cooperative societies and added Part 9b. 42nd is mini constitution. 101st is with respect to goods and services tax. Question number 13. A person shall not be qualified for appointment as a judge of High Court unless he is a citizen of India and the correct answer is has either held a judicial office in the territory of India for at least 10 years or has been an advocate of High Court or of 2 or more such courts in succession for at least 10 years. This is given under Article 217 of the Constitution. Question number 14. Decisions regarding disqualification of members of Lok Sabha are taken by. The correct answer is President. This is given under Article 103. If any question arises as to whether a member of either house of the parliament has become subject to any of the disqualifications, the question shall be referred for the decision of the president and his decision shall be final. Question number 15. Rajya Sabha has exclusive jurisdiction in. The correct answer is authorizing Parliament to legislate on a subject in state list. Rajya Sabha does not have exclusive jurisdiction in approving a proclamation of emergency, creation or abolition of states, election of vice president, impeachment of judge of High Court. This is given under Article 249, power of Parliament to legislate with respect to a matter in the state list in national interest. Question number 16. The quorum to constitute a meeting of the House of Parliament shall be. The correct answer is 1/10 of the total number of members of the House. This is given under Article 100 of the Constitution. Until Parliament by law otherwise provides, the quorum to constitute a meeting of either House of the Parliament shall be 1/10 of the total number of members of the House. Question 17. The Indian Parliament consists of. The correct answer is Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha and the President. All three are present in the term Indian Parliament. This is given under Article 79 of the Constitution of Parliament. It will consist of President and the two houses to be known respectively as Council of States and House of People. Question 18. Give the correct response to. Here the correct answer is the Council of Ministers are collectively responsible to the Legislative Assembly of the state. Council of Ministers are not collectively responsible to President. They are not collectively responsible to Parliament. However, if there would have been a Lok Sabha here, then it could have been correct answer. The Council of Ministers are collectively responsible to Legislative Council. No, they are not responsible. To Prime Minister, no, they are collectively responsible to Legislative Assembly of the state. This is given under Article 164 and 75. 164 talks about the state. Council of Ministers shall be collectively responsible to Legislative Assembly of the state, and Article 75 talks about being collectively responsible to the House of People, that is Lok Sabha. Question number 19. The total number of ministers, including the Prime Minister, in the Council of Ministers shall not. The correct answer is exceed 15% of the total members of the House of People. So total number of ministers cannot exceed 15%. This is given under Article 75. Question number 20, last question of this video. The oath is administered to the President of India by. The correct answer is Chief Justice of India. This is given under Article 60. So this is all in this video. In next video, we will be discussing important questions from Arbitration and Conciliation Act. I hope this series is giving you a good practice and revision. If you have any queries or you are looking for revision on any specific act or a group of acts, For example, I have not included banking laws here. So if you are looking for questions on such acts as well, then fill the Google form that is attached in the description below and mention your queries. I'll try to take them up in my upcoming videos. We have also started a new series, Concept Padhayenge Sabko Sikhayenge, in which we are discussing important concepts on all our YouTube channels. While the Quant, Reasoning, English, GA concepts will be discussed on our iExamBees main channel, the legal concepts will be discussed on LegalBee channel. So subscribe to our LegalBee YouTube channel. This is your one-stop solution for all legal exams. For any guidance or any queries, you can also reach out to us on this number. Thank you.